Hello, practical third is about use of Microsoft Word for creating, editing, and presenting a scientific documents. In this practical, we are going to use Microsoft Word 2019, and prior to version 2019 there were various versions of Microsoft Word like 2016, 13, 10, 7, etc. MS Word is basically an word processor software developed by Microsoft, and it is generally used for creating documents like research papers, your practical files, resumes, any kind of textual documents whose printout is required or need to be converted into PDF documents. We can write anything, a book, a novel, any document which consists of images, tables, symbols, graphs, charts, paragraphs, text can be created easily using Microsoft Word. And the version is 2019. So, and this the goal of today practical is to explore the MS Word, and I have divided the practical into modules to get the in-depth knowledge of this application software. So first module is related to handling a document. How will create you a document, blank document, then how will you save this, and finally closing that document. So let's get started. I just minimize the presentation, and MS Word is a proprietary software from the Microsoft. Means to use this software it needs to be purchased first from the Microsoft, and after installation we can use this software. I have already installed the software, and I need to browse where it is located, so I just hit the start button and type Word, WORD, and this is Microsoft Word. You can open it. This is the first method. Second method is using a run menu. I just hit the key, window key and R, and this is the run menu, and here I type a command win Word. These are two methods to open the Microsoft Word, and here the first thing we need to do is create a blank document, and under home section I just hit blank document, and the graphical user interface of Microsoft Word appears here. Let's get familiar with this interface. On the top side, uh, we are having a title bar, and on the right of the title bar are the three buttons: the close button, the maximize button, and minimize button. On the center it is showing the document title. In this case it is document 1, and on the left hand side these are the options regarding saving, and below this title bar this is the menu bar, and this is the home menu, and home, insert, design, layout, these are the tabs, and below this menu bar these are the options related to this menu, and we call it standard toolbar. This sometimes also called home as a ribbon. These are the ribbons as well, and when we click on these ribbons all these icons shows inside the standard toolbar, and it includes various functionalities we will explore later. And below this section is the ruler. This is the ruler bar. You can set the margins and indentations, etc. And this is the horizontal ruler, and this one is the vertical ruler. And the white section, this this one. This white section is the page. In MS Word we call it a page. This is where we write something, and we can do anything over this page. And the gray section, this behind the background of this page, is the workspace. And on the bottom side, this is the status bar, and it shows the language we are currently using, number of pages, number of word we have typed on the left side. And on the right hand side, this is the page layout and the zoom level. This zoom level is important while working with documents, how much it should be or less it should be. Generally it should be 100%, so I just double click on 80 this level, and this is the 100% level. Make sure it 100% or whatever you can choose, but generally 100% is a good option. So we have created a blank document. Now I just need to save this document. To save the document, I just click on file menu and save as, and it is asking me where to save this document. I just hit the browse option, and this is the dialog box for saving a document. And on the left hand side, I just click on this PC, and these are all the hard disk partitions, and I can save inside these partitions or I can save inside desktop. So I choose desktop, and I write this name as a practical number 3rd and MS Word. So my document gets saved. Let's see, and this is the document. So the last thing in this module is to closing a document. To close the document, I just hit file and close. You can see document got closed, and it is here. We can open it by double clicking, and this is the document once again. Now back to presentation, and this was the first module related to documents. The next module is related to page formatting. Page, we will discuss various aspects one by one, so let's just put it aside. And first thing is the size. Okay, page size, and you can see this is this white section is the page, and I can change its size. What is the size? Size means how much weight from this edge to this edge it has, and what is the height. What is the height of this document, and what is the width of this document. When we are taking the printouts, there are various pages. Some pages are small in size, some are large in size, so we need to make sure we use proper page sizes. And to change the document page size, I just go to layout tab, and inside layout tab, this is the option for changing the page size. And generally 2 paper sizes are widely used, and A4, this is the page we generally used for printing, and I just choose A4 option as my page size. Letter is different. You can see the width is 21 centimeter in case of A4, and height is 29, whereas letter, the height of letter page is smaller and its width is somewhat more, but we choose A4. And next thing is orientation. When writing on this document, we can switch between two orientations. Right now it is the portrait orientation, and we can change inside layout menu. Here is the orientation, and I just choose second one, landscape. And these are the two orientations, landscape and portrait. Next thing is the margins. To see the concept of margins, I just first go to view tab, and here I activate the grid lines, and you can see the grid lines over this page, and these grid lines represent the section where I can type anything, I can insert any object like symbol, graphic, etc. And outside these grid lines, on the left side, this one, top side, right side, bottom side, I am having 4 different margin: left margin, top margin, right margin, bottom margin. Margins are basically the spaces on the edges be intentionally leave blank, and for presentation and formatting aspects. The fifth margin is also called gutter margin, for used for binding. When we take printout of this document, it might contain 100 or more pages, and we need to do binding, and for binding purpose too we need a fifth margin, that is the gutter margin. And we can control these margins. To change these margins, go to layout tab, and this is the margin option, and I just choose narrow. You can see margins are now narrow, and we are having more space, means more data we can write. And this is the wide margin. You can see lesser data can be written, and margins are wide. I can also select the custom margins here, and how much I need to set from top. I just set 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, and this is the gutter margin. I set it 0.5 centimeter. And which position for gutter, left or top? I set left, and just hit OK, and just fix it. It is saying for left and right I need at least 1.35 centimeter. Okay, no problem. Okay, and now margins are set according to my custom needs. So I just unhide the grid lines, and this is the final document after margins. The next thing is the columns. To discuss the columns, I just need to have some paragraph. I just copy this thing, now you can see I am having a lot of text here, and I can split it inside into columns. Like I go to home section. Where are the columns? Inside layout. Yes, inside layout section, this is the option for columns, and I can have 3 columns, I can have 2 columns, and 1 column. By default is the 1 column, and I can switch between 1, 2 and 3. 2 are the better. So these are the options for columns. Next thing is background, and I just remove anything and everything. Right now the background of the page is white. To change the background, I go to design tab, and inside design tab there is the option for page color, and you can see I can set any color over here. And this is the palette. We call in computer science it as a palette, collection of different shades of colors. This is the shades of green from light to dark, and we can have more colors using this option, and we can choose from this palette, or we can make our own. And this is the hue, intensity of light, dark or light. We can create our custom color as well, or we can set a fill effect related to any texture, pattern, any pattern, good pattern. Yes, this one, or this one. So we can set a pattern, we can set a plain color, or we can use gradients, two colors. The first color I'm gonna use is this green color, and second is white. So I want to it spread over diagonal like this one. So this is the graded version of two colors. You can change whatever. So to change the page color, just go to design, and inside this page color option you can set the plain color, you can set the gradient, anything. I just keep it this one. The next thing in the presentation is the borders. So if you want to draw some borders, go to design tab, and inside page border option I choose box, and width of the line I can change from here 1.5 point. What kind of line do I need? I need this thick line. And what kind of color this line should have? This line should have color orange. Let's see. And you can see I am having a thick border. This is the border. I can modify anytime. So these are the borders or the pages. Next thing is watermarks. So watermark is the transparent graphic or text which get displayed like copyrighted, confidential, etc. So to set the watermark, I go to design tab, and here is option watermark, and I can choose from these or templates, or write a custom watermark, and I choose custom watermark, and it's a kind of text watermark, and just is color I am gonna set this light gray color, and text would be Alex21C notes. Just hit OK, and you can see this is the watermark. It will be shown, and I can write anything over this document, like here is my paragraph, and you can see the watermark is there and the paragraph is above this. Next thing is the page numbers. So first thing, I create a lot of pages. I just create another page. To create a new page, I can just there are two ways. Just hit enter button or go to insert and click on blank page, and you can see I have created lot of blank pages, and I want to distinguish all these pages from one another, and the solution is by assigning them a page number. So how do I assign a page number? First I change the size to 100% and I need to insert a page number. How can I? So then I just double click on this bottom section I want to insert here. Double click. When I double click, the header and footer section, I will discuss later, this header and footer section just appeared, and I am inside design tab, and here is the page number option. Inside page number option, I want to insert the page number at the bottom of the page, and the format I'm gonna use is this one, page 1 of 1, and you can see I can change this color as well. Total 28 pages, and I am right now on page number 1. This is page number 2, page number 3, page number 4, 5. Next thing, header and footers. What are the header and footers? This is the page, and the top section is called the header, and this bottom section we call it as a footer. Sometimes we need to put some text, some message, some phrase, some paragraph which need to be repeated on every page. Like for a student, its name, like I say my name Abhishek Kumar, and this name along with my department of Computer Science Engineering. This message I need to be appeared on every pages. So I just write this message on header section, and you will see on every page, this is the page number 2, page number 3, this message appears. So on headers and footers we can insert anything, like here we have inserted the page number, and here a custom message like your number, anything you can place on headers and footers. Next thing, footnote and endnotes. Let's see, we are writing a research paper, and this is a research paper. Computer is an electronic device in which we input the data, and after processing the data we get the output. So I want to just tell the reader or someone who is reading this research paper that this sentence I have a reference taken as a reference from this book or that source. Then how will I convey the message? The answer is using footnote or endnote. So I just select this section of the text, whole line, and on the references I just click on insert footnote. just hit this and you will see the number 1 appears here and 1 appears here too. So I can see anything, write anything from textbook or anything like Wikipedia. Or this footnote can be used to elaborate something more deeply, like I can see I just write here data, and what the data is I want to explain more. So usually we put this parenthesis and write whole blah blah, but this is the not the correct way. And if I want to tell more about data, more about any word here, and I can use footnote as well. So I just select this data and insert footnote, and I can write data is the collection of raw facts and figures like numbers and graphics, images, etc. And right now this graphics is highlighted by this red underline. It is right now showing the grammatical mistake. 3 color usually used: green, there is red color, there is blue color, and red generally means it's a grammatical spelling mistake. So I just right click and choose the option, and this is the correct one. If there is a sentence which is not making a sense, then blue line and another lines also. It comes under spelling and grammar check option functionality. So now when someone reading this paragraph and he comes here and see this data 1 and go to 1, okay, data is this and this, and 2, okay, this and this is taken from this source. These are the called footnotes because it are inserted on the bottom on this footer section. And second, I can also use the EndNote. EndNote are inserted at the end of the document. Let's say computer, I want to say this something about this computer, this word. I just select it, references, insert EndNote, and you can see the Roman numbering has been used, and lorem ipsum. This is just some dummy text, and you can see I am on page number 28, and this is the EndNote, and it is using Roman numbering, and numbering is 1. So let's just go to top section, and this is computer and 1. So these were the concept of footnotes and endnotes. Now last thing on this module is the cover page. So back to cover page. This is my document, and I want to have a cover, front cover. Then I go to design, and inside design I am not getting the cover page. There's just insert option, and this is the cover page. And inside the cover page, these are some templates I can use. Then I just choose the first one, this one, and some other as well. and some more setting I need to do. I need to change the background color of this particular page. Design page color. No, I want just first page to be different. Nope, it is not working. First color, I don't know, I just set this color white, and go to insert, go to cover pages, and these are the cover pages. Okay, now it's somewhat working. No watermark. This one too. This one too. But I don't want the watermark to be appeared here, so I just wanna remove this. Watermark. Okay, no watermark, and no header and footer as well. I want first page to be different. Okay, no page number, and you can write here the subject, computer fundamentals, and anything, the front page. So there are other modules left, and this module number 1 and 2 got completed, and in the next lectures, lab sessions, I will discuss about text formatting, then inserting objects, working with tables, and some miscellaneous concept. For today, just go through these concept, page formatting, and basic document operations. And one thing I want to tell, when everything you have done, just click on file and save. Keep saving so that the recent changes you have made to this document got recorded. And that's all for today practical. Rest we will cover in the upcoming lab. If you have any queries, let me know, and that's all. Have a good day.